Hello, how are you? My name is Phil Thompson from JSL Solutions. Hope that you're doing well. So from time to time I get the question, how can I get more viewers to my live stream or even my archives? And you can apply some of what I'm going to talk about next even to your audio podcast. The first thing you can do to help improve your viewership is to make sure your video and your audio looks good and sounds good. Make some improvements if you need to. In fact, I'd encourage you to get maybe somebody else to look at it and give you some constructive criticism. You may only have to tweak a few things, maybe a little bit of camera angles or maybe some lighting, and a little bit of improvement will go a long way. The second thing you can do to increase viewership would be to really interact with your viewers. You can do this a couple different ways. First of all, on our streamingchurch.tv platform that we push, make sure you greet people when they log on and be available to answer any questions. Perhaps you can designate a web host to do that, a volunteer, and you'll find that as you interact with viewers a little bit, you'll get more people coming back. And a part of that also, part two of that, so to speak, is the person that's up in front of the people inside the church at the pulpit, maybe the pastor, maybe somebody making announcements, should acknowledge that there are people watching online and greet the people watching online just as they would greet people walking in the church and sitting there for the first time. So again, we've got lots of tools on our admin panel that can tell you what city and state they're in or what country they're in, and you can even maybe name the city that they're watching from if you happen to have a crowd, and a little bit of that interaction and acknowledgement will go a long way. The third thing you can do is make sure it's easy for people to find you when they come to your website, find the live streaming on your website. Again, we talked about this a few weeks ago. If your website, your homepage is kind of cluttered, it's going to detour people from, number one, staying on your website, number two, if they're looking for a live stream or an archive, and if they can't find it within a few seconds, they're going to go away. So make sure that you maybe straighten up your website a little bit and make it easy for people to find the live stream or find the archives. Again, that goes a long ways. The other thing too is again, get the word out in-house. What I mean by that is make sure that you constantly let people know in your bulletin, in your newsletter, any church communication that goes out, that you have live streaming, that you have archives available, and you can do that several ways, but the main point of it is when people there at the church know that you're doing this and are constantly reminded about this, they'll tell their friends. And their friends will look in, and it's a great tool to get people to come to your church by somebody telling a friend, saying, hey, check out my church. You don't have to come right away. You can just watch it online. It's a safe environment for people to view the church, and if they like what they see and hear, they will show up. Trust me, we've seen this happen time and time again. And then another way you can do this to increase your viewership is you can spend a little bit of money on Google Adwords. You can target those AdWords locally, and people will, again, when they're looking for a church, I've said this before, over 70% of the people out there who are looking for a church go to the church website. So if you can use Google AdWords to promote that, and then they go and they can find the live streaming link, that will really help increase your viewership. And if you have questions about this or anything else, we are always available. Just send us an email, support@streamingchurch.tv. Well, on behalf of Steve Lacey and the whole gang here, I'm Phil Thompson. Have a great day.